Welcome back to The Hill. Today is World Press Freedom Day. So take a look at this open letter published jointly by the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and the Washington Post. They're calling for awareness of journalists across the globe being persecuted and wrongfully detained in foreign countries. Now, it also renews pressure on the Biden administration to bring Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich home as Putin's regime continues to hold him now for more than a year. First, panel, let me just say this, and Mike, I want to start with you. I think we do not understand as American journalists how lucky we are, how fortunate we are that not only do we have freedom of the press, but we're also free generally, mostly from violence, from retribution, that we are not just free, but we're safe.
Right. I think a lot of American journalists would argue that the climate has become somewhat more hostile towards journalists, even in this country. But it is a reminder, the Evan Gershkovich's situation is a reminder, and the campaign, frankly, by his newspaper, the Wall Street Journal, a reminder of the importance of what we do, the vital nature of preserving it in this country, and, you know, what was the Thomas Jefferson quote about the press? Giving me a choice between a free press and you know, it's just,
he was for it. He was for it. He was definitely for it.
I mean, you're right.
Jay Manch. Question, which is the pressure. Well, first of all, how remarkable is it that you could get these three just dire competitors, these three publications fight constantly? The fact that they came together to do this is pretty impressive. But the Biden administration under pressure about Gershkovich, and that we brought Brittany Griner home.
Yeah, we're still waiting on Paul Whelan.
Still waiting on. So this is not a good look, right?
It's very difficult, and I think this can be applied to any administration when it comes to these, journalists or any American that's being held abroad. And it's so interesting, touching to see, the Gershkovich family and other families of Americans, not just journalists, but Americans who are held abroad, really come together as a community and really push for this. But no, it's not a good look, considering, obviously this is taking place the backdrop of the Russia-Ukraine war. So Biden administration under a ton of pressure on this.
Okay, Roma and Brad, say something nice about press freedom, please. Say something nice about us.
I'll say is all the greatest injustices of our time have been uncovered by journalists. I mean, you think back to the Catholic Church sex scandal on down the line, and it's because of and Watergate, all that kind of stuff, all these fundamental things in society. And you see a lot of movies and TV shows about that because it's fascinating how they go about doing this and how committed journalists are, risking sometimes their own life, particularly when you look at the Middle East region at the moment. How many journalists have we lost in this conflict? And it's just sad, and I take pride in that's what sets America apart from the rest of the world.
A free press is not popular, but it is important. It is not popular. We get it. We know, but it is important, I promise.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.